go. Right, 675. Check 30.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Easy. It goes, man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Left side Doyle with it.
Missed it.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now it's Locke off the bootleg. He completes this one to Mack. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Locke on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yards.
Get back.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Really hot. Get back. Hold up, y'all. Get back, son.
Okay. Go back.
Yep, and when it was like, we going down Paddock, I was so easy about that shit, man. You about to drive to another one, though. Well, I wouldn't. I stayed in the car with the car running. No, you said hurry up. Because you was like, why you still in the car? Get off the car. I'm like, bruh, I'm going to keep the car running because if they ain't got it here, we pull it off. They ain't having nowhere, it's sold out. The lady told me stop looking again. The manager. She knew. Yep. She knew that it was. The manager was there, the assistant manager didn't get it out of here. But I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't call Popeye's phone. They ain't picking up. I'm telling you for a limited time. Nah, they gonna be permanent, Daddy. There's 2 problems. Not to not keep it. It's just too popular. Too much money. They might bring the doctor. I'm just saying. Right now, they ain't nothing. Right. Here? Robert said they got him in Texas. He just ran one today.
Alright, I'm ready, y'all.
Alright. I'm ready on you. go. How you do quarterback style?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 27 yards there on 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Move out the way. Right behind me, man.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
It don't matter. They ain't fair to you. They couldn't even tell you.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd and 9. Luck going up top.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arm got it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Luck into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. He's going to let this go in. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
How did I do that? That was dang, bro. That was crazy. I overthrow my hand. You gotta know how to use it, they say.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Ingram again, a first down carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 45 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Marquise Brown,
a two-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I ain't done yet, almost, huh? Like 4 more minutes.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strap.
And that's caught inside the 35.
He failed.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 75 yards.
Man, nigga, that was lucky.
Back within a single score. Now Adam Vinatieri
look, my dude fell over.
And he's got it. That
My dude fell down.
13-10.
You got lucky, homeboy. Man, that was luck.
The lead cut to just
That was
4
luck
as
like
they kick
Andrew
it
luck.
away and
You
turn
got
things
luck.
over to their D.
Big
This will be
fact.
taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Jackson on first down. Incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Lamar.
Hollywood Brown, the intended
Lamar.
receiver. And now it's second
You get with
down.
Lamar.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Okay. It's going to be hot. You hear me? You getting sick? Huh? You ain't gotta say sorry. As long as you're okay.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
What you doing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call it. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Yeah, you was eating. I knew you was going to turn the TV on while you was eating, so I wasn't going to...
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
They were too late.
Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Man, I can focus. I got my son eating good. And ask how many he got overall. 14.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That's the way. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Yeah, because he got a lucky little play.
Now it's locked. And he goes goes down.
All that
The
shit
Ravens
dead
able to
now.
get
I
to
can
him.
focus. I was
Willie
cooking for my
Henry
son at
muscled his
first.
way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
I got one.
Out of the gun, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Got cracked. Look at you.
He gained really good yardage.
Inside, you was diving.
Get down
You was
after
diving.
you got the run.
You don't have to prove
You
your
was
toughness.
diving. Look at
I
this.
think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys.
Oh, you got to
Get the
tap
yardage,
it.
Get down, protect
But
the
you got
football,
to, your
and
hand
protect
can't
yourself
be
from
on
extra
the
hits as
on the
well.
stick. If your hand on the stick is going to make you dive. You just got to let the stick go and tap square. I ain't going to tell you nothing wrong.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Waste them time out, buddy.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the
fourth quarter, I'm going all Lamar Jackson.
As they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I'm going all Lamar Jackson.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Get my drink. You okay? You okay? You good?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and long. It's Luck. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. On first down, it's Ingram. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Who got stole that from Whoop that hurdle, baby?
51 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw is Locke. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Kill. 52.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh,
Lamar did his thing. Ooh-wee.
that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 21 yards away, as the Ravens push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ooh, we can pick it out this. We need no cut.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Heat up too? Oh, my God.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Look at the Ravens.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Feeling about a yard deep.
You got to change him.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's all you going to get. See if I can stop him.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw again on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Love.
Get that shit down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Get that shit
Just
down,
nothing
man.
there
Come on,
again. He's been sacked
football.
multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Love. And this is incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quick dance. Come. SOS.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Damn, I had him.
So the
Watch it
defense
hit the
there,
boost button.
opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
Put that down.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling
again. No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This goes out right to Doyle. And he'll be taken down before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Tight dog. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Hey, check.
From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Fifth pick.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Yo. Skip this.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
I like that little play. I came up with that. Moving that like that.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
My boy.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. This one from 40 yards out. And this one is right
over.
Through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.
Yeah. You retire, homie. Go on back there, take your shit off, go on home. It's whatever, you know me, I'm chill. Shit. Making that little boy Lamar look good out there. I had him out there looking good.